My heart truly goes out to the families and friends of the victims in the Orlando tragedies that happened over the past weekend. And it's really weighed heavy on my heart, and I wanted to do something. So please support Pulse for Orlando with me and a bunch of other YouTubers. Trisha Hirschberger, Ross Everett. There's a ton of guys that are all donating their time and things that they can do, artwork, prints, stuff like that. Skype calls with your favorite YouTube celebs. So I'm going to post all the links for that stuff in the description, because as much as I'm praying for what's going on, I don't think that you should just pray. I think you should pray and do something, because faith without works is dead. So put action behind your prayers and your thoughts and actually try to do something. If you're in the area and you can donate blood or you can do other things, do whatever you can, and I will do whatever I can within my abilities to help out. I already raised half their goal, which is over $3 million currently, out of like $7 or $8 million in the GoFundMe link, and there's also all these charity auctions. So please go help.
In the mythical land of Azeroth, a motion capture army of computer animated orcs is coming from planet Hulk to drain their life force and turn it into Fel, but not if the stars of Preacher can stop them first. In the longest video game cutscene since that Final Fantasy movie, with more new outfits for cosplayers to make than you can shake a mace at. What the movie lacks in story, it makes up for in cool eye candy and action, but is still only meh.
It was basically a B-rated Lord of the Rings movie, and the montages of them crafting things and building the giant battle scenes, it felt like the old PC Warcraft 2 game to me, which is the last Warcraft game that I played.
3 stars. Redbox it. Warcraft. Rated PG-13. Your favorite ghost hunters are back, and I'm not talking about Ghostbusters. The Warrens travel to England to help a family with a spirit problem, while once again barely touching their association with the Amityville story. A decent ghost story with some good scares, ruined by CG monsters that didn't belong in the movie.
It was as good as the first, which isn't saying a lot, but the Crooked Man, the CG monster, it just did not fit in with the rest of the film. There's still no mention of the Amityville, just very little mention, which I thought they might have made a movie about that, since that was what made them famous, what the movie's based on. But it was a little bit Exorcist and a little bit Poltergeist as well. The Annabelle cameos and other references to the other films that the director made were pretty cool, but the demon's name was like plastered all throughout the movie and not even hidden very well. I mean, at least in other movies, even in bad movies like Blair Witch Project 2, they hid the Easter eggs a lot better than that.
3.5 stars. Better than most scary movies in theaters these days, which isn't saying much. The Conjuring Part 2, rated R for language and terror. After their trip to the Grand Canyon, a family blames paranormal activity on an autistic child, while darkness tries to break through into our world. Predictable, not scary. A by-the-numbers Poltergeist Clone.
This movie was painful to watch, and not because it was scary, but because as the father of an autistic child, the situations in the film hit very close to home, and I was almost angry at the point where they're blaming the kid for all this paranormal stuff happening and him screaming in the reactions. That was just a little too close for comfort for me, which that may just be me because I have an autistic kid. The family argues and hates each other a lot. It's part of the plot, but it still bothered me. And it's a pretty lame film in general with the kind of a lazy ending.
2 stars. Skip it. The Darkness. Rated PG-13 for language and scenes too intense for younger viewers. When famous magicians using CG magic have to help a familiar famous wizard steal something while Morgan Freeman narrates, you get Ocean's 11 with magic tricks, which gets even dumber when we're introduced to Woody Harrelson's twin. More of the same from the first movie. A movie that proves adding a heap of twists at the end doesn't make a better film.
Don't get me wrong, Morgan Freeman and Mark Ruffalo are brilliant in any movie. They're really great, but that was it. The rest of it feels really flat. It's pretty much the same as the first, which wasn't that great to begin with. It was very predictable, and CG magic does not make a cool magic movie. I'm sorry, unless you're Doctor Strange. There was a lot of filler work montages, just like in Warcraft, and the finale was basically the entrapment scene from the beginning of the Mission Impossible movie.
2 stars. Wait until it's free to watch on cable. Now You See Me Too, but I wished I hadn't. Rated PG-13 for language. Andy Samberg and Lonely Island make a surprisingly funny film. A definite sleeper flick that will probably do well on Blu-ray and digital, even though it didn't do well in theaters. It's Zoolander meets Spinal Tap in this really funny mockumentary. Highly entertaining.
There was a ton of adult content, which I expected from an Andy Samberg movie, but there was a lot of funny moments and songs. It just felt very Zoolander-y to me, with the story and the celebrity cameos, with a lot less quotable moments.
4 stars. Worth checking out. Pop star. Never Stop, Never Stopping. Rated R for adult content, adult language, suggestive situations, drug and alcohol abuse, balls, beefs, and you know what? Just don't watch it, little kids. Voltron is spectacular for any age. Combines old school and new school. Only 1 or 2 filler episodes. Terrific cast, writing, and animation. Great cliffhanger finale. 5 stars. A must-watch on Netflix. Voltron, Legendary Defender. Please support Pulse for Orlando by clicking the links in the video description below.